Sega.
Hey guys, welcome to NiGHTS. I'm Sonic Ghost.
Hey guys, SaxDude26 here, and it's actually the morning, but nevertheless.
And why does Lester always do games by Sega? I am Matt from Matt's Adventures.
I just noticed that too, but hey, I played a lot of Sega games even though I never grew up with Sega. Welcome to NiGHTS.
Club doesn't count.
Welcome to NiGHTS and the Dreams. Originally a Sega Saturn game that recently, back in 2012, got re-released on the PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, and Steam, so we're playing that version. Which is honestly how a lot of people got into NiGHTS. Yeah, no.
Suddenly
Getting a Saturn nowadays isn't that
Nice,
easy.
what are you doing? It's just like, flying! Blah.
Because apparently I'm also a wrestler via related videos of this video.
Yeah, there is actually a related video and a raw video, which like, what? Because it's apparently a mod to one of the wrestling games of NiGHTS as one of the wrestlers. We're just flabbergasted. Yeah, see, this is what we get for having a raw channel for our videos on YouTube. We just get to see
You might want to archive that link and put it in the description.
There's probably a screenshot already on the screen.
Oh boy.
But what in the world is this game? Everybody's seen this game via Sonic, but no one knows what in the hell this game is.
Yeah, everyone has seen NiGHTS because of all the cameos in the Sonic games, but NiGHTS is made by the same people who made Sonic, made by Sega. Well, Sonic Team to be exact. And it has a lot of similar elements to Sonic. You're going through rings in order to just, gain up your points and everything, but your goal is to go around collecting the Idia. That's what you're supposed to be collecting in order to traverse in the levels.
Yeah, I thought you said idiots.
No, we're not collecting the idiots. Although that could be easy in some cases.
Stage
any game.
right.
But this whole entire game's story is based off the dreams of kids, so that's why we have weird scenes like this.
Why did he sound like Ganondorf? No, Ganondorf.
Okay.
Maybe the creator liked that sound clip. How about that?
That's like the overused evil laugh sound clip everywhere.
Yep. You hear it all over the place. But for the first two videos, we're going to be tackling Claris's story first. We're going to be taking care of her levels.
Wait, there's two levels.
Yep, we get to play as Claris, and then we get to play as Elliot, which really, the only time you see the actual characters, besides their final level, is just walking to NiGHTS in the beginning. Or if you run out of time, you get transformed back into the kid. Because how this works, in order to transform to NiGHTS, the kids kind of fuse with NiGHTS, so if you see NiGHTS Journey of Dreams, they actually better explain this. And the way they explain it is with touching. Like, touch me, we'll fuse. Like, ugh.
No,
touching
extend
good.
player, no.
Exactly, it's like, what touching is good. Like, oh, take that Nintendo ad and throw it out the window, they already did.
Sega, stop it. I'm thinking 144p was a bad idea for watching this.
Dude, even HD and 720p is a bad idea for watching this, so don't feel bad.
This is a game where stable frame rate and everything rendering stably definitely does help with the resolution, I can imagine.
Exactly. I know YouTube's not giving it justice, but if you play this game on the HD systems nowadays, it does look real nice. If you're still playing the Sega Saturn version, it doesn't look bad, and in fact, this the HD version of NiGHTS actually does have the Sega Saturn version's graphics in here. There was two Dreams. There was the remastered, which is just showing off the new graphics. That's what I'm going to be using. And then the original Sega Saturn Dreams, which it's just you're playing with the Sega Saturn graphics, and you can even have it in its original 4x3.
Well, I noticed that like a lot of games nowadays did something similar if they're remaking it. Like, I'll give an example. Like when they remade Halo 1, they have a button you pushed and you went back to Halo 1's graphics, even though it was remastered.
Yeah, exactly.
Push a button. I think it was like select button, and then all of a sudden, oh, I'm playing in 2001 again.
Exactly. But for me, for the remakes, if I have that better graphic selection, I usually just go with that. Because while it's nice to have the old graphics if you want to go back to nostalgia points, the updated graphics usually just look a heck of a lot better on these new TVs.
think
Because
Pokemon
this
Heart
version still doesn't look that
also-
bad when you play the Sega Saturn version, but when you compare it to this, yeah, the models are so much smoother, which you would expect.
So everything's the smoothness of the cutscenes rather than the
I
smoothness
think
of.
I honestly think whenever they remake a game, like, I've been seeing this a lot, and like I said before, the example I gave with Halo, but they also did that kind of similar with Soul Silver, with the whole GB sounds
Yes.
thing. And
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
only thing about that was you had to actually work for it. You didn't get it right away. You had to play the game until the very end to get it.
It was a worthwhile effort. It was a worthwhile present to get though.
Yeah.
It was well worth the effort to get to it. And even then, you know, there's still a huge quality that the Gold and Soul Silver soundtrack has to it. But sometimes you just feel like, oh, I'm in Goldenrod City. I need something a little more nostalgic here.
Oh, yeah. So just swap back
That
to
would
the
be my
original.
phone.
Speaking of nostalgic,
That hasn't happened. Oh god, what was the last time that happened in a recording?
I don't remember, but it's quite a long time ago.
Okay. Not to go way, way, way back, but part 3 of Final Fantasy VII.
Why do you think I said, oh hey, speaking of nostalgia,
Yeah. No, it would.
because
It
what was the
either part
ringtone
3
of?
or,
Oh,
like,
I don't know, Final Fantasy.
it was one of the very first parts that I was in for that. It's just
Yeah.
My phone went up just before we got to the number 5 reactor. I remember that.
And
It was
this is why my
ridiculous.
phone is on silent.
And now it
my
is.
phone's on silent too. But then again, I never had this problem.
I did when I
Sorry.
had that old flip phone. I still remember that one recording I had of Twilight Princess. It was Black Friday I recorded, so I got like 5 different phone calls. But hey, it was worth it. I got good deals that day.
Okay, Lester, explain the game because honestly, I have no.
Okay, yeah, because
idea.
we haven't explained. I already mentioned the point where we're having to go through rings. That's making up the score. And as you see, every single time I make it back to that central area after coming right in this gate, you get scored. And this was actually the first game that have a ranking system that Sega made. So Sonic Adventure 2 didn't do the rankings first. This game did. So you want to build up your high score by collecting as many of these rings and idiots as you can, because it ranks up your high score. So I'm going around doing that, but you need to collect at least 20 of those blue spheres and run into one of those little capsules you see. Doing so, you'll break it open, you get the idiot you need. Which, that's the one flying around me, the white ball.
The idiots, they
It's not the idiots, it's the idiot. I know it sounds similar, but it's not the same thing.
Somebody's like, hey, open this and you get the idiots you need.
And is there a further requirement that you need to finish the whole level like you have there? Is that just getting the idiot, or?
It's essentially just getting the idiot and going back to the checkpoint, but I always skip
Okay.
past the checkpoint to get more points. Because if you just
and every time,
collect the spears,
and every time you get the crystal roll, that's when you get the idiot. Okay, I follow
exactly.
now.
If you just go around collecting the spears to get the idiot, then once you head right back to the goal there, you'll have a bad rank. You have like maybe a D or a C at the most. You won't have something that good. And this is the first boss here for Claris's side, and honestly, I hate this boss because the hit detection is horrible in my opinion. But there's a
You seem
trick
like
if
you're
you.
having an easier.
Well,
no.
no, I'm not. Actually, this was probably like the 5th or 6th take. But there's actually a trick with this guy, and in fact, in the new versions, that's an achievement/trophy where you can actually paraloop his tail. And if you do it just right, you can one-shot KO this thing. One paraloop can kill
so
it in
you
one
can,
shot.
You can do a
but-
loop around the tail and it.
yeah,
That's
but it's
hilarious.
really difficult to do because when you paraloop, there's a radius of where if there's something in it, it can get drawn in or attacked.
Ah, yes.
So you have to use that delay, but it's hard to time it to hit his tail perfectly.
It's just like, you think maybe Sega got the idea of the drill wisp here?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
no,
that-
in fact, if you play Knights and then you control the drill wisps in like Sonic Colors or Sonic Lost World, it's essentially Knights control. If you've played Sonic Colors or Sonic Lost World, then you have a feel for Knights control.
I've heard a lot of people say that the control in Knights for that is practically identical.
It is. It is very similar. And this was actually like one of the only games on the Sega Saturn that utilized the 3D controller, which was essentially just a controller but a joystick. So with this game, this was like one of the first analog games that they made on the system. And
I
this
like
game
pinball
has both
music from Sonic
D-pad and
Adventure.
Yeah, this game has both D-pad and joystick
Sonic
support.
even in the-
You can
why
feel
is
the
he-
difference.
Why is Sonic and his buddies on the score? Did they
Like
play
I said, this game is
before?
made by Sonic Team. They're gonna put any Sonic references in as they
It's
can.
epic. I mean, technically, it's from the NiGHTS soundtrack, not the Sonic Adventure soundtrack, but still.
Well, here's the thing. We're going to be showing off Christmas nights. In fact, you're going to be wondering, why is this being uploaded around Christmas? Well, there's why. For one. And two, actually, the original Christmas nights that you can get on Sega Saturn, which is extremely rare, by the way, you can actually unlock Sonic, and you can play as Sonic. And then you can fight, I think it's Dr. Eggman is one of the bosses.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But that's in the original Christmas nights on the Saturn, which is, I believe it's Japanese only, which is why it's extremely rare. There is Christmas nights in the HD version, but it's just the Christmas nights levels, no bonuses from it. So you can't play as Sonic in this version. And it's disappointing too, but I can kind of understand why they did it. It keeps the value of the original game.
And then we're loop-de-loops.
Yeah, whenever you paraloop around objects like that, it'll suck in whatever's near you, like I mentioned earlier. So if you miss some spheres there, you just paraloop them and they'll suck them right in.
They'll just suck them like
See, like
Kirby.
that. You want to collect as much as you can, because that adds up.
Yeah.
And the rankings in this game, it's actually kind of hard to do your first time. So luckily, because I played the game a good amount of times at this point, I can get all the ranks you need. And I'm not just doing this because I want to show off and get a high score. You actually need at least a C rank on each one of these levels, I believe, to actually unlock the final level for each character.
Ah,
So you need to get
okay.
ranks in this one. It's a requirement.
golly.
So for first-time players, that's going to be a pain. But
Oh yeah, definitely.
once you practice up the levels enough, then you can get these higher ranks more efficiently.
So what's the plot of this game?
The plot basically is the wise men. Actually, if you read the description of this playlist, that's like a great summary too. But the wise men it's haunting kids' dreams, basically. And these two kids that we're getting to play as, Claris and Elliot, these two are working alongside Knights just to help fix that issue. So
Oh,
it's up to
okay.
It's a case of they got
to-
attacked by the wise men
Yeah.
in their dreams, and then NiGHTS is like, okay, well, this is convenient.
Yeah, it's up to Knights to just stop wise men from doing this, and with the help of Clarice and Elliot, that's how Knights is able to do this.
Well, of course, NiGHTS would need their help because it's their dreams, so
Exactly.
obviously...
That's where Knights gets the power from
Mm.
the kid's dreams. And that's what the Idia is, because it represents each thing that the kid has. For whoever Knights is being paired up with. Like, there's 4 things of Idia, and let me see. Okay, there's the Idia of Courage, which is the red one. Idia of Purity, which is the white one. Idia of Intelligence, which is the blue one. And Idia of Growth, which is the green one.
I'm sorry, but the fact that Matt keeps mishearing idiot as idiot, and
I
then
know,
there's an
ironic.
idia of intelligence, that's almost irony.
It is irony. What are you talking about? It's very ironic. He isn't calling
I
it
was almost
idiot.
gonna go into a little bit of a scientific baffle here, but I mean, like, when I really think about what you just said and the concept of sleep itself and dreams itself, I just have to sit here and laugh. Because if that's the case, it's just like, is Knight's just going in that stream of short-term memory and all the stuff, that's what it's doing.
Well, watch the final cutscenes and you can actually kind of say that. Yes. Knights is actually more of a part of the kids' lives, not just their dreams. Oh, and there's one Idia I forgot. I'm just looking over at the page here. Yellow Idia, that's the Idia of Hope. I completely forgot about that one, but no one cares about Hope nowadays.
But,
Okay,
like,
that's a lie.
anyways, it's just like, because whenever I think of, like, sleep and dreams, it's just like, you know, the concept of it is just like, it's what dreams are, it's just a bunch of, like, when you sleep in REM sleep, you go into the state of REM sleep. A bunch of your information that you just learned in your short-term is being transferred into your long-term memory. So, whenever you say the concept of this game and everything, I'm just like sitting there, it's like, so Knights is swimming in short-term memory stream?
Something like that, I guess you can say. Like I said, watch the final cutscene, you can see that even more prompt, because the kids actually remember, both Clarice and Elliot, they remember what happened. Or at least that's what they're implying.
And how often does that happen with dreams?
Yeah, exactly. How
Usually
often
you
does that
very
actually
rarely
happen?
remember things, or you remember things differently to how they go, or you only remember the very obscure things.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, geez, the number of times I've sleep talked and people have told me about it in post, and then I've just gone, I said that? I said that really?
Have you ever had
no,
a
they're over there. What's over there, Marley? Vampires. That kind of nonsense. What? The fact that they remember that kind of nonsense, and I can't even remember about talking about vampires in my sleep in the cupboard. What? Yeah.
But if anybody ever wonders why, like, dreams are weird and you don't understand how you thought of it, well, by all technicality, you did think about it before.
Now it just makes me think, what the heck did Morley think about vampires and cupboards?
Okay, admittedly,
I don't know, maybe
admittedly,
it was
we've
thinking-
been watching the entire Underworld movie series, but
Yeah, that would come.
Okay, now it
and
makes it a
listen,
little bit more
a lot of
sense.
My Chemical Romance, but besides that, nothing. Besides everything that perfectly explains it, nothing at all.
Maybe you were thinking about Underworld, and maybe you did something with a cabinet earlier that day.
I don't
Did
even know.
Did you?
I don't even know.
You don't even know. And head bash into that. What is a luck?
Wait, what the what?
Wait, did I break up again?
No, what you say, what was the what? Okay, I didn't get to hear.
What is the what?
No.
What is luck? Is that like a chain or something?
Oh yeah, no, that was the chain that I was getting there. Because when you keep on collecting stuff, you get a chain of points.
I do have to say, I do quite like the way that this game plays, from observation, but at the same time, it also comes across as being very confusing.
Yeah, no,
Just,
for your
like,
first time
what's
playing,
the
it does have a pretty big learning curve. If you're used to Sonic games, you're going to be used to your high-speed action, but besides that, you have a lot to
layout,
learn.
it definitely does not seem all too intuitive, so...
Yeah, it took me a lot of time to actually learn about like the game's mechanics and how this all works to actually unlock those last two levels. Because I would always get low ranks, like I would get like
Oh.
D's. But with this boss, you actually need to spin into these fish to actually go into the background here to attack this guy. But I swear, sometimes that hit detection just gives up, as you kind of saw. That one time I should have actually went right through the fish and attacked him, but instead he attacked me. If there's one major complaint I have to say about this game, is that the hit detection on these bosses can be wonky at times. You could have swore you hit the thing, but instead he whacks you.
And you're like, what the hell? Do you think, does Sonic Team make any other games besides Sonic anymore?
Not now. I mean, people want to see a Knights game come back. I mean, the creator himself, he still stresses that, yeah, he would love to make another Knights game, but they can't do it until they actually have the fans say they want another Knights game, which is getting pretty close at this rate. Because of how the last one worked, this one got a good amount of success, which is why they remade it. Knight's Journey and Dreams on the Wii, not so much. It did pretty poor.
Yeah. Sadly, the cameos in all manner of racing games have not quite been enough to instigate that yet.
Yeah, which hopefully with this re-release that would instigate a little bit more, which it has, but we'll have to see.